What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Throttled Roots podcast, recorded right here at our studio inside the world famous Ventura Harley Davidson. And this episode, of course, brought to you guys by none other than Hit 'em with it, Joe.
Law Tigers.
Law Tigers, baby. 1-800-LAW-TIGERS, man. If you or anybody you know ever gets injured in an accident, they're the only people to call. Insurance ain't gonna do nothing for you. Make sure you hit them up. 1-800-LAW-TIGERS. All right, man. We got Johnny. What's up, homeboy? Appreciate you rolling down, man.
Thank you for
Appreciate
this.
you rolling down, man. Joe, you're north? Where are you?
I'm Bay Area, so we live in Dixon,
Okay.
so it's 25 minutes south of
Okay.
Sacramento.
Damn, Joe's bringing him in. We're trying to go worldwide international guest on this thing. Oh, we're bringing him in all over now. Yeah.
For everybody, this is Johnny, First Class Centers. He runs First Class Centers up there, Bay Area. So, yeah, he's down here for a podcast.
I'm originally
You're on
from
the drive,
SoCal,
man.
actually.
Okay.
I was born in Arcadia, and then I grew up in West Covina, Azusa, Pasadena, San Fernando Valley.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, that's not far from that.
So what made you go up there?
My parents. Both my parents passed at a young age. My dad at 2001, and then my mom at 2005.
Wow. How old were you?
I was 9 when my dad passed and 13 when my mom passed.
Wow.
And my dad's little brother, my uncle, and his wife, my aunt, raised me and my brother up in the Bay Area.
Older, younger brother?
Younger.
Younger.
I'm oldest.
So how old are you?
I'm 32.
32. All right.
Yeah.
Got some experience and some shit that's happened to you, boy, along the
When
way,
shit
man.
like that happens, you just gotta grow up fast. You're forced
Ain't
to.
that the truth, man?
You're forced to.
Ain't that the truth, boy?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you rolling down, man. It's
Yeah.
it's cool to have people take the time.
Yeah.
And I think from my perspective, people get to be on the podcast and talk and all that stuff, but I know about time.
Yeah.
And when people take the time out of their day, especially like this, we had somebody last week, Carlos last week came from Mesquite, Nevada.
Dang.
Yeah. So when someone's just like kind of starts to take the time to come down and do something, I always want to make sure I say, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And everything.
Yeah.
Johnny's been a long time supporter of our events and bike nights, our toy drives and everything. And we talk a lot, on the gram and stuff like that. And first time meeting face to face.
That's usually how these things go, man. I mean,
It's crazy.
we meet
pretty
through
cool.
social
And we
media
feel like we know each other, but
Yeah.
it's like
because we watch each other through social media. And shit,
Yep.
you know? That's the dopest thing about social media,
The
right?
coolest part about it is the industry just brings everyone together.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just because we like motorcycles.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's
Yep. And that's the best part.
That's it.
Yep.
Dude,
That's what it is.
that's exactly what I tell people. Like, well, what's your podcast about? Well, we all have a common interest with motorcycles, but we go and talk about everything and anything under the sun. You know,
Pretty much.
yeah, that's usually a common interest of ours.
Yeah.
And then shit from there, the conversation is kind of endless and shit, man.
It's
So,
going.
well, appreciate you rolling down, man. From the Bay Area, then, how long ago did you move up there? Then, when did you leave sunny Southern California? Then,
And it was probably a couple months after my mom passed. So I was in 6th grade when my mom passed. So whatever year that was, 2005, 2006.
6th grade, dog.
Yeah. And then just went through middle school, high school up in the Bay. But man, it's a culture fuck, man.
I was just going to ask if that's a
Dude,
culture shock like that.
to this day, dude, I'll come down here and SoCal is my home.
Yeah.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the Bay Area is a different vibe.
Hey, no joke, man. That's why there's a SoCal and there's a little bit of a NorCal area, man. And love to NorCal because that vibe is a different vibe, man. It's a vibe I can get with for sure. But I'm just accustomed to SoCal, but it is a vibe. It is a California vibe.
Yeah.
I see
they've
some
made
of
it
the
their
bike
own.
nights up there, man, and we've talked about it. It's like I wouldn't mind getting TR up in one of those bike nights or they party, man. They like to have some fun up there in the Bay
Because when
for
I
sure.
was up there, it was like the hyphy movement was going
Oh,
on.
yeah.
Okay.
Shit, I was down here hyphening my shit. No. Dude,
Have like older friends who were like into side shows. They were like, we were in Vallejo when I was supposed to be at my friend's house spending the night. Sorry, mom, and dad.
yeah,
I think it
around
was,
now.
it was like ghost riding in the whip, all that stuff, dude. It was wild.
That's that NorCal vibe, man.
Yeah.
Like that's why Joe's saying I wouldn't mind going up there
No, it'd be a good time.
yeah, like and, shit, we might need to get schooled to the NorCal vibe. We can bring that SoCal vibe, but it's got its own swag up there, man.
Like,
Yeah, I could get down with some E40 and stuff. You know, like, hey, I'm
it's
all over some Too Short and some E40, man.
I grew up
That's my shit right there.
funny because like I'll pop up at like an event setup and everything. Someone comes up to me like they'll be like, "Year 5 is SoCal." Like that, but that's why. Yeah.
Trip how that's so distinguishable, huh?
Yeah.
It's like SoCal. Yeah, you
Oh,
can
yeah.
go anywhere and they know, like
It's
you're from
wild.
Southern California.
Instantly.
Yeah.
Instant. I don't care where you're at.
So when you go up there, young age, then I mean, culture shock. Yeah, one just from the Southern California to the Northern California difference in styles, but also just young, completely new area, new school, new everything. Then.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so you move in with your aunt.
So I moved in with my uncle and my aunt, and they have kids of their own, my cousins. So I gained a brother and a sister from it.
That's dope.
So they're no longer my cousins, they're my siblings. I'm the older brother,
Right on.
and I had to protect I still protect all of them to this day, no matter what. But it's wild because you go through so many emotions after that. And it didn't affect my brother really because he was so young. So I dealt with like depression, suicide thoughts, all that stuff. And hence why like I made my brand, dude.
Okay.
And so I've always wanted to do clothing and whatnot, just didn't know what was my why. Why would I want to do it? So I first launched my brand in 2019 of April as a
Right before COVID.
right before COVID, as a workout apparel brand. And at the time I was getting ready to do a bodybuilding show,
Okay.
physique, and then I put everything on pause. And it's just super competitive. I wasn't getting any traction from it. Took a pause because COVID. And 2023 of April again, it wasn't intended to be April whatsoever. I rebranded, reimaged, and launched it again. Now we're here.
And step into. So is there a so from a brand perspective, it definitely fits the Harley niche,
Yeah.
culture, style.
Yeah.
It appeals, right?
Yeah.
First class sinners. I can mess with that. It
Yeah.
makes sense, right?
Yeah.
So it appeals to our thing. You ride a bike then, or
So I I didn't grow up riding, so in 2022 I bought my first Stein.
okay? So you're new to the riding
Yeah.
portion of it then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Before I'm not going to interrupt that part, but was First Class Sinners in 2019 as well? Was it First Class Sinners or did it be?
It was first class sinners then.
Okay,
So I kept the name, just reimaged logos, everything like
Gotcha.
that.
Okay.
And when I first launched this, dude, there were so many backlash from my family just because I grew up Catholic and
I can
whatnot. And
understand that. Yeah.
my uncle, my dad, he hated the name, hated it just because it had sinners in it, and just because like I'm Mexican too. So like at the end of the day, he's like, "Why are you going to call it that?" I was like, "I'm not going to call it first class holier or something like that. Like it just sounds weird."
This is a branding thing.
Yeah. I was like, "You're not paying for it. I'm paying for it. So let me do my own shit." So it just went on. It just stuck with me. So I ran with it and started doing shirts, heat press shirts and whatnot. And I still have some of that merch
Yeah.
that I got to figure out what to do with it.
The OG, like the OG
The
stuff.
OG stuff.
Do like we did. We started flinging it at Chopper.
Yeah.
What are we doing with this shit, man?
Honestly, I might just start packing them in orders. If people buy shit, I'm just going to start including it.
Well,
well, do like over $75,
That's
you
what
get a
I'm
free
gonna-
shirt or something like that, man.
just put them in there, man. If
Yeah.
that's where we got to the point of like, Joe, what are we gonna do with these things? We're just carrying them around everywhere we go,
Exactly.
and so that's what we made the decision. Fuck it, fuck
Yeah.
it. Sometimes you got to say fuck it
Yeah.
and just
It's still my name. It's
yeah,
still out there.
it's
So
branded.
is
Yeah,
that
it's out there.
more of a bodybuilding style of a shirt,
So-
like branding wise with it, and then you flip to the motorcycle culture.
So
when
the
you re-
logo was a same. It was FCS across, and it had first class dinners just like my new logo, but instead it had kettlebells on the side, and it has
Gotcha.
geared towards working out. And whatnot. But
Okay.
Gotcha.
I was like, that culture is so competitive. Like
Now,
everyone's doing it.
what? Oh, okay. The
The fitness apparel brand.
gotcha.
That's what I mean.
Okay. Well, I from the outside looking in, I think the Harley one is equally as competitive
Dude,
in apparel and brand, and especially in Southern California because we were just talking about
Yeah.
the swag and just the style of
yeah,
Southern California. There's a shit ton of them,
dude.
man.
Yeah.
Like
There's
Joe
a
and I
lot.
want it to be like, in all honesty, like on a business end of it, Joe and I would like for apparel to be part of our business,
Yeah,
like a revenue portion of it. But
it's hard,
it's
really.
fucking
That's a
hard,
hard one.
man.
Especially like I was talking to Sporty Mob yesterday actually,
Uh-huh.
and he's like, dude, like it's not your fault that nothing's moving. Like it's just hard right now. Like, and I get that. I was talking to Taylor from Shifter Crew, Dustin, all the same thing. And it's a economy right now, and
It's
what
a
it is.
yeah, it's a saturated market. It's an economy
Yeah,
thing. It's a I already got that type of shirt, or I don't know. There's
yeah,
so many combinations of it,
Yeah.
but a hustle is a hustle, a grind is a grind. I think that's what sometimes keeps the fire burning. You're like, all right, let me figure out a way to to try and do it.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
part of being in business.
Yeah.
So, well, that's interesting. I had no idea that it went from that it used to be new. Does anybody? I mean, is this kind of the first time you? I mean, how many people kind of know
I
that that's where it started?
So the original people that did support me, they knew about it, and they still support me to this day.
Dope.
And not too many people know about that.
Okay,
That
they're about to.
hey,
Yeah.
hey, though. So I told him I was bringing Taylor from Shifter Crew,
Right on.
and he's like, "Dude, that's dope."
Listen, you went into this. You wanted to get into like design, fashion. That was the mentality of
Yeah.
it. If that's what you want to get into, um, you need to find the brand that you can build,
Yeah,
and then you have to find like because you have the design first, right?
yeah,
You got the concept, and then you have to go, okay, who do I sell this to now? So you still got to do all that work. You still got to do all, So,
Yeah.
it's interesting though, man, that
yeah.
that it went from that to this.
I mean, it went to one of my other hobbies that I liked. I
Yeah.
like in high school, I rode dirt bikes with all my friends. We would go up to Carnegie and go race and whatnot. And I'm not good whatsoever, but I still did it and still enjoyed it. So
As
it's
long as you're having fun doing it, man, that's all that
So
matters.
you were on two wheels before
yeah,
that, yeah?
dude.
Okay.
And on the way up here, I was telling her that my uncle.
Her, by the way, doesn't want to be on the shot. But I'll rope you into this podcast one way or the other, girl.
So my uncle, he was stationed down here. He was in the Navy. He was a corpsman, or yeah, corpsman. And so he had like a Yamaha or something, or a Honda Shadow or something. And like couple times out of the week we would go two up on the bike and whatnot and just ride. And that's when I actually fell in love with it, I would
Yeah.
say.
Yeah. Once you get on wheels, man, especially on dirt, Joe just posted something. Is like, I'd rather do this all day
Oh, I
long
saw
than
that.
riding a Harley.
Yeah.
And there's something about being on dirt that is just, it's a different hit. It's a different, it's
Safer.
a, I wouldn't say that.
No,
Boy.
it's not.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
It's not safer at all.
Safer at all.
Safer, like we all know when we hop on a bike we're going to go down one of these
It's a
ways.
risk,
We just
100%.
don't know when. So for my ass, I went down last June and I broke my femur.
Yeah.
So I broke my left femur, weird accident. Me and my buddy were riding, and all of a sudden we took the next turn, and my bike slid out from underneath me. And I high sided against a tree, flipped, and my femur was broken.
Damn. That was when?
That was June of last year. So it's
Oh, that's
been
pretty
9 months.
fresh then, man.
Remember when Taylor hit you guys up about doing my booth at your OC event?
That's right. I
Yeah.
remember.
That's
That was it.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yep.
Damn.
We're femur brothers, dude. I
Yeah.
broke my femur
I
too.
broke my left
My
one.
left one. Yeah.
on the road glide?
No, on my dirt bike.
Pick one.
On my dirt bike.
Yeah.
I launched about 65 feet. Yeah, I got up and I tried to get up and
Yeah, one of my
it was
homeboys,
snapped.
Bro.
one of our homeboys, Roach,
Yeah.
he's trying to get us back on dirt so hard because he's back on dirt. He
Yeah.
got a dirt bike, and he's like sending me Facebook Marketplace ads all the time. Check this one out. Check this one out. Check this one out. And I'm like, dude, stop sending these to me, man. I'm gonna get hurt.
Like the thing, like you said, what I posted, man. Don't get me wrong, I love riding with my boys on my bike and everything, but there's nothing like waking up, having a glass of coffee, dude, and putting your gear on and just jumping on your
If
dirt
it's
bike
like to war,
and just ripping up a single track, dude, with the views and just not
smell.
knowing what's around the next, just ripping, man.
The
There's
smell,
just
the
no,
sound.
yeah, there's nothing like it, man.
I know.
And if I have the choice to go camping and ride my dirt bike or go on a Harley ride to LA or something with my boys to the bar, I'm going dirt bike riding all day long,
Yeah.
baby.
It's fun, man.
I would like to get back on dirt, and I will, but in a way lower, like bring my kids. Like
Yeah.
I want to get a
Yes.
toy hauler,
No,
get
yeah.
them little
Yeah.
quads that they can put around on the campground and shit like that.
And
I want to do that.
And that's like the best part about it is you're able to bring your family and
Yeah.
friends and everybody
enjoy it
and
at the
enjoy
same
it.
time.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? And that's the key best part about
I
it.
know.
So
Got to keep paying them bills off before
Yeah, I
I put
know,
myself
right?
into more debt. It's just going to clear this debt, and then I'll create a whole nother new
I
debt.
was talking to my cousin going, we need to get a toy hauler. And he goes, "What, you got a 16-foot trailer right there. All you need is to put a little space heater in it and some."
I'm with you.
And I was like, "Yeah, you're right.
It's
You're right. All I need is a dirt bike."
Dude, you don't need, we have a pole man. You know, and
I needed a place to block the wind and lay my head, man.
that's it, man.
You know, I'm good.
So you're not on dirt anymore?
No, I'm not on dirt. I'm not on road right now, but I'm looking at bikes. It's been too long since I've been off of a bike. It's been 9 months.
And your femur break was on a Harley?
Yep, on a Dyna, 2006 FXDB.
So bike total done.
Without, actually, some guy bought it. He's in Palm Springs actually, and he hits me up because my paint had my logo on it and everything. So he looked it up on Instagram, reached out, and he's like, "I bought your bike. It's salvaged. Da da da. I'm getting fixed up for my mom. My mom's gonna ride it and me." And I was like, "That's pretty cool."
That's
dude."
cool.
So he has it down in Palm Springs.
That's cool.
All right.
So
Yeah, you know where it's at.
yeah,
Yeah, that's cool. What are you looking at maybe replacing it with then?
ST.
An ST?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm not saying anything, but Ventura Harley. You know, see how I did that, Harley? See how I did that? I'm just saying,
Hey,
when you're ready, come down
those-
here to Ventura Harley and they'll get you hooked up.
Fly down and ride back up.
Those new STs are nice. You know? The new STs are
The
nice.
one with the chrome in.
Our
Our
homeboy
buddy
just
just got
got one, man. He pulled up to our we did an open house last week, right, Joe? Yeah, we did a little open house and he pulled up on that thing. He's already got a $150,000 bagger. And so then he pulled up on this thing and he let me ride it over here. He's all,
Yeah.
I'm all, where's that ST? Because I saw he posted a picture and he goes, it's in the front. You can go get it. Give me the fucking keys to that thing, man. I'll ride that thing.
Yeah.
It is. They are nice,
Yeah.
man. I know
I
other
think-
buddy got the black
I was
one.
going to say both of our homies,
Yeah.
one bought a blue one and the other homie has a black one.
All badass.
Dude, the new ones though, when I saw that one at Chopper Fest, I've told it to a lot of people. When I saw that bike at Chopper Fest, I like stopped and I kind of went back and I asked Austin, "Is that straight from the floor?" Straight from the floor. I'm like, wow.
It's because they're bringing the chrome back.
And the cool thing about the newer
Oh,
STs,
baby.
they
I'm
got
telling you, that's why.
the bigger bags in the back.
Oh, is that
And
another
it's-
feature?
And they're level too now.
The level, it's not sideways.
Yeah.
It's good that they're. I think what I see happening with Harley, my opinion, of course, who knows,
They're
they're
listening.
paying attention.
Yeah,
They're
they
listening
They're
now.
fucking finally
After-
paying
after
attention
that
to like
whole-
their not just the old fucks.
Yeah.
They're paying attention to the people that are gonna have to pass the torch on
Dude.
to the next people, and they're doing shit.
Yeah.
After all that bullshit that went on with Harley and whatnot, they listened and they changed everything around.
Yeah.
You see that new lowrider S that they have in there? He posted it yesterday. That new like I forgot what color it is. It's like
the
greenish.
gunmetal, the gray.
Yeah, dude, that
yeah.
thing.
I saw it in there.
That paint, man. I
I
was
know.
like,
The
ooh, that
shitty
thing
thing
looks
about having the
nice.
studio here, man, I'll tell you, the shittiest thing about it is I constantly walking through this inventory and I'm constantly looking like,
Yeah.
man, that wasn't here before. It is not
You were
the right
sitting on
place to
trikes.
be.
You were sitting on trikes. I'm telling you, man.
Dude, he's
We
out
were
there.
both sitting on trikes looking at each other like, well,
Like we were going in dude, some speakers right here with a little bit of oh dude, we were already like, you've ever seen those we were already $75,000 in deep on that bitch before we even signed on the dotted line, boy.
And it's a trike too.
no, TR build, man.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing about being
coming.
Bike.
Yep.
Something's coming.
Hardest shit about being here, man. We're just constantly seeing the shit, man. So you're looking at then. Do you have your eyeball on something? The ST.
ST, dude. I just
So you're gonna buy new.
Yeah, I was going to do used, but last thing my bike was used, and I had to go through all the wiring and had my mechanic at the time do the wiring and whatnot. It was just a mess.
Yeah.
So I was like, why not just get something new, start from scratch, and just know the bike inside and out?
Start from scratch.
Which is, yeah, it hurts, but
You ready for that? Because that's gonna come with a price tag.
yeah.
They're not cheap to build
I mean,
anymore, man.
dude, like,
Not if you want nice. I'll tell you that shit.
Yeah, you're gonna be selling more than shirts,
Yeah.
bro.
hey, I hear OnlyFans is a thing.
We were thinking about creating one of our damn selves, man. I ain't got to show no movie or nothing like that. There's weirdos. They'll pay for all kinds of shit.
A bunch of scars. Like,
Yeah. There's people that'll be like, show me your scars and pay for that shit. All these parts ain't cheap, man. So a new bike. I would love to have a new bike one day, man. Someday, huh, Joe?
I don't know, man. They're expensive.
dude, they're expensive. I was like, dude, is it really worth it to get a used bike? It might. So I don't know. I might go used. I might go new. So
There's
we'll
a
see.
lot of. I'm like surprised. I see some
Around.
22s, 23s used. Like I see a lot of like new stuff
Yeah.
that's used.
It's crazy.
To me,
But
I'm still
brand
like
new
that's
to
just
me.
brand new, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2022 out there, and I was
Yeah.
like, that's brand new.
With nothing for miles.
That's
I guess
brand new.
everyone always has that bike. I bought it, thought they wanted it. Wife got pissed off or something, or whatever. Yeah.
I'm shocked how many, like you said, 2020 or above are out there.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they bought
Well-
it just like either wife, COVID hit or
Dog,
whatever.
everybody.
You know?
Well, Harley's changing everything every couple of years now, man. So like the new come out, people want the new. All right, just turn this shit. I wonder, do they lease? They don't lease these suckers, do they? They don't do that shit, do they?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't imagine they do. They're just trading them in, huh?
You might be able to
Probably.
lease them.
Yeah. Well,
But
I
what
like.
would be the point? You can't customize it.
No,
You can't make it your own.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't fucking know, man. But there's a lot of new ones that I think are out there. For me, they're new.
yeah.
Shit, I'm a twin cam. I think 2010 at this point, 2012 is new. I'm like, that's fucking new to me. I'm on a 08,
Yeah,
01, 04. Joe's on a 03.
that's what I'm saying, dude. 06 is new to me.
Your bike show is 20 plus years old now.
Yeah.
What, 03 down?
03.
Is that 39 front?
Yep.
That's badass.
See, but everyone they're nostalgic.
See, like,
Everyone wants them
if
too.
I
Though.
found something like that, I'll buy something like that.
Not Joe's.
Not just, because then I won't sell it.
Everything's for sale.
Yeah, that is true.
Everything's for sale.
That is
Yeah.
true. Joe's got the 03 still,
Yeah.
you know.
Someone offered me 13 grand, dude. I'd sell that thing in a heartbeat, dude.
Here you go.
Sell that thing in a heartbeat. And I wouldn't be. I don't think I'd be ripping nobody off.
No.
We'd be getting a fair bike out of it.
Because you
I
take
mean,
it.
How much those things go for? There's no way they're going for
Dude,
that fucking much.
well-maintained
Well-maintained,
03
good
could
03.
go
Well,
into
Joe's is
50.
not well maintained.
bullshit. Bullshit.
Gets 65 miles to the tank. The swing arm is black as shit from it being rich as fuck.
It runs, man. Blown up.
It builds
That thing runs like hell, dude.
God, I looked at it the other day. I'm all, Joe, your peg looks like mine. It's all gosh.
Okay, just shift out of
You're
here.
13 for that. I need you to take a drug test, okay?
I'd take 13.
I'm just
for it.
fucking with you, Joe. Take all the money, man. Hey, but people do want the early model ones.
Yeah.
They're always like, that's what I grew up around here. We call it Ventura style. Like, that's what I grew up and seeing. That's why I'm like, so like, that's my hot rod because I I see them mobbing around here from a young age.
Yeah.
Nest fairing, tight, little skinny toothpick, fucking +2
Yep.
tubes on that shit, just sitting way the fuck up. T-bars tucked. I'm like, fucking hard.
Sick, dude.
That is like when I would see that shit around here. That's when I was like, fucking want a bike. I want a Harley. And then my dad ended up having that type of shit. I'm like,
Yeah.
yup, that's fucking it, man.
He just fell in love with it.
Well, from there it was, yeah, I fell in love with it for sure. But man, seeing that shit growing up, man, that's the style that hit with me, man. I got that little. Everyone likes an eyebrow look now, huh? They all like the eyebrows. Yeah, I was thinking about putting a fairing on mine, but then I cover the eyebrow,
Yeah,
and then
I like the eyebrows.
I know it's sexy.
It looks good.
So, well, you got 20+ year technology carbureted, or you're gonna go and pick a 25 brand new, man. If you can do the 25 brand
yeah.
new, man, run that route. Our buddy Mikey is. I'll tell you what, my buddy Mikey. God bless you, Mikey, man. His bike is here, and he's built it, and it's a nice fucking bike.
Yeah.
But it's been taken apart, dismantled, put back together. It's been a bike, you know.
Yeah.
And he's to the point where he was like, I just want to fucking new. Like I'm thinking of trading this bitch in 25 CVO bars,
Yeah.
beat, fucking go. I'm like, that's it, dude. And you know, that's it.
Yeah.
Just a bolt on shit for it, and just go. Don't touch
Yep.
the damn thing, and just enjoy it.
That's
man.
his saddlebag actually right there.
Yeah, I'm not going into that shit, man. That was a so. Anyways, so first class sinners. Then now it goes from the fitness kind of industry, and it transitions into it. Now, out the gate, did it come out strong out the gate in?
Out the gate in 2023, I had some sales here and there. I did photo shoots, I did videos, and I mean, I got a lot of traction from it. What really helped my brand was doing my first event at Throttle Fest, dude.
Okay, Bay Area, which
Bay
was
Area Throttle Fest.
yep.
And I remember I was watching a live. It was with Taylor and Jackie, I think, or something like that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah, she's the one that
yeah,
actually I
yeah,
think.
she put
Yeah,
it on.
yep,
Dude, she's killing it.
yep. I see.
So, anyways, so I got in contact with Taylor, and we just started hitting it off.
Sorry, Roadshow. Wait, go ahead.
We just started like vibing off of each other, and we became friends. Like that's how small the industry is.
Taylor's cool people,
Yeah,
man.
he's a solid dude.
Yep.
Solid dude.
Does he want to come in? Where'd he go? Here's okay. Our homeboy walked through. Oh, he's shopping. Yeah, Taylor's a good person
Yeah.
to get in with, man. And so kind of get some sales, or at least you just do the video stuff. You get the photo. You
Yeah.
got to do step one. Brand that
Yeah.
shit. Get it out there. Let people see it, and then put in the work.
Dude, did the first event, got a dope ass canopy set up and whatnot. Did that.
Invested.
Invested.
Yep.
It's all about details.
Preach, man.
And a setup, and surprisingly, I was like, if it happens, it happens. I get sales. If I'm not, it's
Mhm.
just an experience. I ended up getting 50 sales that day.
Oh,
50. My first event ever.
good.
And after that, it's been up, down, left, right. Who knows? But it's still out there, you know.
Yeah. So that when was that first? When was the first? Because that's
One-
pretty.
once-
She's done it a couple of times, but not
So
annually.
she's done 2. So the first one was May, I believe, and
Of last year.
of last year.
Okay.
And the second one was July.
So you went a couple. It sounds like you went a little bit before you actually came out to events. It was mostly just online, kind of
Yeah.
branding that way.
Yeah.
Okay. So how long would it say till you launched it to the time you finally hit the pavement and hit the streets?
It was probably, I want to say April, May. It's probably 2 to 3 months before I launched it. And then I started putting like a face to the name. And then as soon as I hit concrete, dude, it just started going.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
That's Joe and I recognize that, and we can bring people to the studio and we
Yeah.
can have them sit here and they can watch us on all that stuff, but it's different. It's not until you like actually are out there hitting the pavement with the people that are watching, that are supporting, that see you and talk to you, then that's where
yeah.
shit grows.
And my first thing, like, actually, Pretty Mama reached out to me for
Channel
People on Customs
Yep.
for his event. in the hills, Figueroa Hills or something for
Uh-huh.
his fun. So I sent a bunch of stuff to him for
That
his
was for the
raffle.
Live Fast route.
Yeah, live,
Free Live
yeah,
Fast
free
route.
live pass.
Oh, okay.
The one that's coming up.
So I sent them a
Some roots.
bunch of stuff, and then yeah, and then after that, you guys hit me up, and then I sent some stuff to you guys, and now
Well,
we're here.
we always
Yeah.
appreciate your support,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, man.
You've been a solid supporter of it, of this, and just in the giveaways and you
Yeah.
know, helping us out. And we like to give back to the people, you know.
Yeah.
So we like to just support the people that are supporting us in that way, man.
Yeah.
So, but so 50 sales the first day.
Dude, it was insane.
That I had to like, I guess, light a fire, pump the chest up a little bit. Had to do something to like, you know, motivate you, kick you in another direction.
It just blew up. Like my creativity just blew up. Like
Yep.
I just have all these designs like in my head. So what I do is write them down. I stick with them for a while on my phone and see what sounds good and what doesn't. So I start my designs off of like meanings per se.
Okay.
And I go off of those meanings, say how would that look on a shirt? What would it look like on a shirt? What
Gotcha.
would people like about the shirt?
Okay.
And once I do that, I'll send that idea to my designer, LRK. He kills it every time. He did this shirt actually.
Right on.
And these are dropping on Monday actually. But
Quick plug it up, boy. You hear that's what you're here to do.
yeah, so I send them those ideas. I was like, have at it, dude. Whatever you think works. Send it and we'll talk about it. And
Okay.
that's how we just come up with shirts.
So there's a process at least.
That's kind of what I do. I
Yeah.
sit on
Yeah.
the same thing. I'll find something and I'm like, all right, same thing. And I'm
Exactly.
just like, all right, sit on it for a while.
Yeah.
But shirts are, I mean, you could have a design and it could be the dopest design.
Yeah. To you.
Yes.
And once you put it out,
Yes.
it's trash.
Yes.
And you're like, fuck.
Hey,
And then you come up with the most basic, easy thing and it hits. You know what I mean? And it's so here, there. You can't always think about what you like. You have to kind of almost get their opinion or,
Dude,
you know,
it's
other
insane,
people's,
dude.
your friends' opinions and stuff like that, you know, to figure it out. Like,
Because
what do
then
you think?
you like doubt yourself. You're like, okay, what if this design doesn't work for me, but it works for someone else?
Yeah.
And I just hate asking other people what they think about it because you're like, are you attacking me or are you attacking the design? Like, what are we going for?
yep.
And so, like, I've got like a custom just to say fuck it and go for it. Like,
Yeah. That's
at the
kind of
end of
what
the
we
day,
do.
what's going to happen? You learn from your mistakes and
Yep.
keep going.
Yeah.
It was funny, man, to watch because Joe's mostly the merchandise on the end of it, man. Like that's his puppy. That's
Yeah.
what he helps and facilitates. And when you both said, "Yeah, cool design," yeah, to you, sweet. Like you guys just like what's that movie? Step. Do we? A moment right there.
Like crawling in the garage.
That's what you guys had at that exact moment. You're like,
True, bro.
to me,
It's so,
you know.
yep. And it's so hit or miss, man. You're like, dude, this thing fucking dope, dude. This is a badass shirt. And then it's like, hey, they're like, hey, how many shirts did sell? None. I sold like 10 of those, but none of these. Well,
It's hard.
it is what it is, you know.
Yeah.
Put them up for sale.
It's. I mean, I get it, man. It's not easy because
No.
you don't know.
Yeah.
That is the element to it.
Yep.
You know, all you got to do is just put it out there and go. Does it fit the brand? Does it fit what I want to fit within the brand I'm trying to build and represent the brand? Like that, if you approach it that way, that's probably the best way to do it. And then hope that your efforts in that land
Yeah.
with everyone else down the line.
Like with these shirts, dude, I have a couple of people hit me up. They're like, when can I get them? I'm like, Monday, dude.
Is it the same on the back?
No.
Is that what you brought?
Yeah, I
Okay,
brought
let
you
me see
guys
one real quick, though.
the
Yeah.
new shirts.
Let me see. Man, you got bags, whole shenanigans, man.
All
Yeah,
about the
you
details,
gotta
dude.
brand it right, man.
It's all about the details.
Dope, Pat. See, I like this stuff, man, where it's like
Yeah.
letters, just like it's all, you kind of look at it, it's a design element.
It's called a polygram, I believe.
Yeah.
Polygram.
Yeah. There's like stickers in there, bottle opener.
A goodie bag? You went to a little kid party, like a goodie bag?
There it is. There you go. Look at. There you go. Bottle opener. Oh, yeah. Stickers. Do we have any on the trailer yet?
We might have one or two, but if not, we will now.
Show it. What's that? Yeah, I was gonna open this. Oh yeah. Here, you want to show it on? Yeah. Mike, did you see Mike eyeballing everything? Sticker. Yeah, I know. There's something about men and stickers, man. That
Camera's not focusing.
let's see.
That's the right size, right? 2X?
Yeah, I'll fit a 2X, man. Yeah.
Or are you 2X?
No, I'm at XL.
XL. Okay, that's
Oh, that's dope.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
That is nice.
So this one's called Living on a Sin. So it's on the back underneath her. And so I got.
I'm sure your parents hate it.
Oh, bro. They don't like anything. Sorry, mom and dad.
So they're not wearing it.
No, they're not wearing it. But
Did you help out on this one? I didn't pay attention to it. It's all about the detail, right?
Well, there it is. Make sure you don't pop that one,
I got this because I was listening to "Living on a Prayer" by
Okay.
Bon Jovi. I was like, you know what? I could use "Living on a Sin" and just put that on a
Yeah.
shirt,
There you go.
and that shirt was me.
That's how it, see that's the creativity
Yeah.
part in this. Like I think that's where what will separate probably the good brands, the good designs
Yeah.
from just the ones that are just trying to get, shit out
Wow.
there, And it's the like the creativity of like where did the idea come from? For most people, they're gonna see it and they're gonna go, fuck, that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Not
think-
understanding at all
What I
like
mean.
where it came
Yeah.
from or like where it landed from.
Yeah.
And what it means to you
Yeah.
to see like people wearing it
Right.
and what it means to you because it's got
Dude.
your face on it,
It-
Yeah.
It's kind of a trip when you see people wearing your stuff, dude.
It is.
Like, my
It's weird. It's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
while
How
I
to
was
react
while I was
sometimes.
injured on my last accident, Born Free happened, right? And my buddy took a picture of someone wearing my shirt. I was like, dude, that's
At Born
crazy.
Free.
At Born
Born
Free. I
Free.
was like, dude, that's crazy.
Yep. It is to me too. I sometimes go, man, and I think it's because this is the way I feel about it. There are so many other things that you can wear
Yeah.
because there's,
And
like
you
we
picked
said,
that one.
there's a bajillion options. And you go to a show like Born Free, let's be real, right? You want to like, what am I wearing today?
Yeah, you want to represent.
There's a shit ton of people around. What am I wearing? How am I looking? What am I representing for
Yeah.
myself? Like,
Yeah.
what am I saying about myself? Because that's what clothes is, right?
Yeah.
And so when you go to a show that big, you put a little bit of thought maybe into what you're
Mhm.
kind of wearing,
You
like
have to.
who you're gonna rep, maybe and shit like that. Just a little bit, not over the
Yeah.
top.
Wow.
So when you see it in that sense,
Dude,
and it's like
crazy.
that's how I feel when I see it. I go, damn, you could have wore anything. You wanted to rep and wear what us love,
Dude,
man.
you have
Like
to,
that's
like-
solid. Love that shit.
What trips me out is when I get an order from people in the Midwest and they'll buy something. And I'm like, dude, you guys are awesome.
That's dope, isn't it?
Thanks.
Yeah. That's Southern California swag, man.
Yeah.
It's,
Yep.
Straight
yeah,
up.
they don't sling this stuff in the Midwest.
No.
This doesn't happen over in the Midwest, man.
Nope.
Yeah, so the people in the Midwest, when they get this shit, they're the coolest motherfucker
Yeah.
on the block,
Because
or the ones that stand out like a straight up sore
I mean,
thumb.
it's pretty exclusive if you
Mhm.
guys think about it. Like, not too many people have it, not too many people know about it, but the people who do, they think it's dopest shit ever.
Agree. That's why they're buying.
Yeah,
it.
that's why they like it.
That's why they're
Not
buying it.
everyone has it.
So do you operate this out of a retail shop? It's all online, out of your house, out of your
All
garage.
out online and all out of the house.
Yep.
And that's it.
How it's
And
got to start.
eventually, dude, I want to work up to a warehouse and do all that fun stuff.
Yep.
But it's going to come, but not
Yep.
tomorrow.
But that's how it's got to
I'll
start,
get
man.
closer tomorrow, but it's not going to happen tomorrow.
People will either, I don't know, with social media, people always they'll see your brand. You brand your brand well.
Yeah.
Like when I look at your stuff,
I
there's a
appreciate that.
there's a it feels like you have a very like I want to be specific about
Yeah.
what you're branded towards your stuff. And so when people see that, that's what they make sure that they kind of
Yeah.
gravitate to and shit, man. So but it starts at a simple step, right?
Yeah.
People see that and then they believe and think like you're giant, you're big. They make their own perception of you're running it out of a warehouse, or you got a whole team that's managed, and you're just calling. I don't they don't know or pay attention to the fact that that's the grind that has to happen.
Yeah.
It's a grind, man.
Eventually, I'll get there.
That's man. That's why we keep firing.
And that's why we get there, because you're saying you'll get
Yeah,
there.
dude.
You know what I mean?
Like, I want to make this a full-time thing. And like,
Do you have another full time?
yeah, I'm
Well, we ain't got to talk about it if you don't want to. I'm just like I wondered,
I'm a bodyguard,
Okay,
so I do executive protection and all
that's
that
dope.
stuff. I like it.
See some crazy shit.
Yeah,
I bet.
yeah.
Like a high profile. We don't have to name. Obviously, I'm sure you can't name names, but high
I'll
profile.
tell you off air, but
Okay, but high profile.
dude.
Yeah.
And it's pretty sick, dude, because it's a very different world if you think about it. And it transfers over to like my day-to-day life too.
Mm-hmm.
Like if she goes somewhere, I'm like, well, are you good? Do you have this? Do you have
Yep.
that?
Yep.
Make sure, yeah. So
It's a
it's
constant.
natural now.
Yeah. That's a good thing to have,
Yeah.
man. There's
Yeah.
too many people now that are just guards down, and there's a lot of crazy out there
Dude,
in that place.
tons.
And that's
No one's aware of their surroundings
Like,
anymore, man.
That's
None.
just what I was about to say, man. There's so much crazy around that you see it because it's your job
Yeah.
to see it before something maybe happens or transpires, or at least be mindful
Yeah.
of whatever the is. But there's so many people that zero fucking
Dude.
clue of that shit, man. Everywhere you go. I was in the Sam's Club parking lot. It's any fucking where,
Mhm.
man. I definitely know I don't have it to your extent, but I have that mentality of kind of just always like peering around.
Yeah.
Who's around? Who
It's
looks
insane,
weird?
dude.
I did it. When did we meet? We met at Sam's Club last Sunday.
Oh yeah.
And I pulled up in the parking lot, and I was there a little before you, and I had time, so I was like, I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby. And I locked my truck, and I'm kind of, I'm in the middle of the parking lot, out in the middle of nowhere. And I'm like, kind of turn around, I see this car kind of pull up slow next to the parking trailer. And I had my gas can back there. Nothing crazy, but like you said, it's just being alert. I was like, I kind of watched him, the whole
Wow.
way. And then he pulled away. He was just kind of pulling through, but it was
Yeah.
like, ain't nobody else parked out there. Like, what are you doing?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But people wouldn't even think twice about something like
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean?
They really don't.
I was like, yeah, I'm gonna watch you for a second, buddy.
Yeah.
So you got to be aware of your surroundings.
So you've
now.
done that for a while.
I've done that for 3 years actually. And what got me into it, I bounced for 15 years.
Okay.
Like,
So you had some type of
yeah,
concept of what you needed to do.
yeah.
I gotcha.
So I bounced for 15 years and I got in contact with my boss. He gave me his card and the rest was history.
I feel you. So do you work for like a company and then they send you, or do you work for like privately for clients?
I work for a company and they send me
Okay.
out and I just have a recurring client that I deal with like
I
every
gotcha.
week. So
Do you have to, I don't know, man. Do you have to be like insured bond? Is there anything you have to carry with something like that to be able to do that?
So if you did it privately, like if I were to contract myself out, I
Uh-huh.
would need insurance and liability on
Okay.
top of that.
Gotcha.
I think so, yeah.
Just because there's a risk
Yeah.
that you can get beat up, hurt,
yeah,
then
shot,
you're out
who
there
knows?
you're out there to possibly have that happen to you. So okay. That makes sense then.
So
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's why I was wondering, because I'm like, well, can I just go out there and just be like, I got you, Doug. Yeah, I got you. Let's roll.
yeah, I mean, people do that, dude. Like rappers hire big football players that have no experience in security.
Yeah.
They just hire
They just
them
want them
because
out there
they're
for the
big.
muscle. Like,
Yeah.
hey, nobody gonna come around me when I need dudes around me.
Exactly.
Half of it is the look, You
And
gotta.
most of it they don't know how to respond to gun
Yeah.
threats or like all
Yeah.
that stuff and whatnot, or stabs or
Yeah, Danny does the same thing. We got a buddy that
Mhm.
does like he works for like a private
yeah,
at their property,
Yeah,
but it's all security
yeah.
related and all that stuff, man. And he always says, "Yeah, man, we see some crazy stuff,
Dude, it's
man."
wild, man.
So, like, can you tell us like one of the craziest things?
The craziest things that we were being followed once,
Okay,
and like I went to a school where they showed us how to like do evasive driving and shit, which is pretty sick, dude. And then
FBI,
no,
CIA,
it's
who's following you?
I don't know who, bro, but we were driving and then we were being followed. The guy was making the same moves I was. I was like, dude, I'm gonna lose this guy. So I was like, ma'am, sir, hold on. So I like braked a little bit and just gave it some gas, and then they were on my ass, and I just at the last second took an off ramp, and they just kept going.
Wow. Even being evasive,
Yeah,
still fucking chasing you, man. Outrageous. I was strapped up. Stay strapped up?
sometimes.
Okay. All right. Just
Sometimes.
depending on the situation
Yeah.
or the environment,
Yeah.
probably. Yeah. Oh well.
And that works with the whole MC world too. Like people stay have their guts all the time on them.
Oh.
Like
Huh, yeah.
all my buddies, they all carry. Like you have to nowadays.
Nowadays, you gotta make sure you gotta protect yourself. You
Dude,
know.
especially with female riders too, dude. They need to start carrying.
Well, why do you say that?
Because dude, I'm not throwing shade,
No, that's not what we do.
but I'm just saying they'll be like distracted with cameras and all their stuff, and they gotta pay attention to drivers around them. Like they're alone, dude.
Yeah.
On the road.
Different, man. I got daughters. If they're out on the road, I want them.
Yeah,
I'm raising them to try. They're very young right now, but I got
yeah.
an older one that I'm like making sure that she stays. I'm not handing her a gun right now,
Just
but I give her
knowing how
a
she
knife and
handles
some
her
pepper
shit.
spray. Make sure that you handle business and shit.
Dude, you know what you should give them
Be
though?
ready.
You should give them pepper gel.
Pepper gel.
Pepper gel just
Oh, I think
it's a
that's
single stream, so it affects the person himself, but not the person
I think
shooting.
that's what I did get her. Yeah,
Yeah,
because I gave when I got it for her, I gave it a test shot. I'm like,
yeah,
shit. I'm like, hey, it's a straight
yeah.
shot. I'm like, it's not
Pepper
a
gel's a
big old
lot
spray.
better than pepper spray.
Yeah, man, I've handed my daughter pepper
Bear
spray
spray.
when she was like
Yeah, if you want to carry a big
14.
ass canister around,
What carry?
Bear spray.
bear spray.
Oh yeah, that's a big old
Yeah,
fucking
it's
thing.
huge.
It's
It's
got
like
like a
that
Dawson's,
big.
like a gun button on it
Yeah.
too, doesn't it? Like
Yeah,
a trigger. Yeah. Oh, you really fuck somebody up with that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, I just give her a shank and a bottle of pepper spray and be
that's
like,
it.
"Come on, man, you got to like
Figure it
pay
out.
him in the eye, shank him and run. Like get him to disable him for a minute, injure him real quick, so you got time and
And you're set.
get out, man. Like shit, man. That's out there, dude. It's fucking out
It's
there. You
out
turn the
there.
news on all the damn time, and
Yep.
there's shit that's you can't not see it.
Yeah,
It's fucking just out there, just crazy fucks,
insane.
man.
Mhm.
So what's next for the brand then? Where's the brand, the direction going? I mean, like, what's I mean, show wise, like you have other events.
So
'Cause
I
it's
got,
breaking into show season right
dude,
now.
it's insane. So I got Throttle Fest coming up, and
When's the next one then for that?
May 31st.
That's coming up.
So it's coming up. So that's the next one, and after that, I don't have any that I know of. So they might be just I might pick up some shows here and there.
Okay.
So, but I don't know. There's really not too many like bike nights in the Bay Area or whatever like that.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a single handedly like event besides Throttle Fest.
Really?
Yeah.
So, I think somebody was telling us that before too. I forgot who that they were mentioning that there's not like a like down in
I
comparison
think it
to
was
down
C
Yeah.
here. Oh, I think you're right.
That area.
That's right. I think you're right.
I'm sure.
When we were down there at for whatever it was, you're right. In comparison to down here,
Mhm.
that is what I hear a lot of is that up there, there's not like a lot of events that happen.
No.
Here, there's 5
Every
of them that
weekend.
choose every weekend.
Like Cinders Only just had their at San Diego last weekend, right?
Every weekend there is
Yeah.
something you can
Yeah.
find.
Yeah.
And then every 2 or 3 weekends there's a big one. The Chopper Fest. And then
Yeah.
a couple weeks later or whenever Parks and
those.
Labor and then Chopper Fest and then whatever else is coming
Yeah.
up. There's always shit around here, man. But I did hear up in NorCal there's not really, and I think that's what Joe and I were talking about. Like, dude, we need to get up there then.
Yeah.
There's not really events that are happening. We need to bring our flavor, our vibe up there a little bit and
That'd be good.
make something
time.
happen.
Eventually, once I get more like bigger and whatnot, I want to do an event like that. But the thing is, I want to give that back to like Mental Health America and stuff like that.
That's
Just
dope.
do something for them,
Yeah.
Because when I first launched back in 2019, I donated half the proceeds I made to Mental Health America. It was like $2,000 or something like that. So
That's
something
dope. So you
cool.
want to have
Yeah.
a purpose behind your stuff.
But my purpose, my why behind the brand is create a place for people who ride Harleys who don't want to do therapy, who don't want to like deal with all that cookie cutter bullshit almost,
Mm-hmm.
and just know that, oh, he's wearing first class sinners. I could go ride with him. I could go talk to him just as boys like we're doing right now.
Yeah.
And so if I could create a place like that for Harley riders, why not?
Yeah, I feel you, man.
So
Yeah.
It's the right way to approach it, man.
yeah.
Yeah. Well, the t-shirt business is a grind, man.
Oh, dude,
You
it's
know,
insane, bro.
and
Yes.
is there a lot of competition in the Northern California area? Because I know they're down here. There's a lot.
I don't know, dude. Honestly, like it's hard because, like you say, there's teacher brands here and there randomly.
Yeah.
Like,
Are you trying to stay? I mean, is it mostly motorcycle culture you're
I want
driving it towards right now?
like more motorcycle culture, blue collar shit, fucking. I just want to get out there.
Okay. How
So
many designs do you have right now?
right now, roughly, I got one, two, probably like 3 or 4
Okay.
out right now, and they're on my website. But like once they sell out, I don't restock the same design.
Okay. So you're not keeping anything in like it's in rotation.
Yeah.
New shit out with, and then so whatever you have left, you blow it out or you do
Yeah.
something like that.
Or
Okay.
have like a sale on it or something.
I gotcha.
So that's about it. And I just want to keep pushing shit out as hard as that is. So
It's not an easy grind, man.
Maybe
Anything.
maybe find a spot up there and do a little bike night.
yeah, that's what
That
might
maybe that'll
do.
help you get your name out there, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, and just make it yours, man. First class sinners,
Yeah.
you know, bike night, host bike night.
I know
That'll help you
Sacramento,
out.
there's a bike night where everyone meets up and stuff, but it's not like a brand specific bike night. It's just people
How far
gather
is Sacramento from you though?
25 minutes. It's like a car meet, but for bikes.
I mean, it's not a long ride,
No.
but it's also if you were like, I guess Joe's advice, consider
Yeah.
it, and because you're gonna have 10 people show up the
Yeah.
first night, you
Just
know,
keep doing it.
you're gonna have then 12 people show up maybe the next month,
Yeah.
you know, and then you're gonna have this, and it just takes the like let me just go out and
Patience.
do it, you know.
Just as long as you create the vibe and the environment that people want to hang out in,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Yeah.
with the host of it, find a host area,
Yeah.
bar, a sports bar,
Especially if you're saying it's not up there, like there's not a
No,
lot of it
no.
up there, man.
You know?
Like you just gotta throw the line, like you said, just fucking throw it out there.
Whether it happens
But I'm
or
thinking,
not,
I mean, that's going to get your brand out there. You know, it's going to be you hosting it.
You said you bought a pop up, you bought the whole
Yeah.
thing, right? Yeah, man. Sounds like you're set. You just hit the damn
Gotta
pavement.
do it.
Yeah, but there's always just that thing called time, huh?
Dude, it's
You got a
time,
regular
it's
job.
work.
Yeah.
No, dude, I work 5 days a week and
Yeah.
overnight too, so it's
So your hours are
wild, dude.
no kids or anything.
I mean, she has a kid.
Okay. All right. Kids in the
Got a
kids
kid.
running around and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Yeah, I got kids, man. They keep you locked down. I'm lucky Mike's here, man. Mike got 5 kids over there, and this is his break.
Dang, I gotta do this, Dave. I gotta do this.
That's the quietest I've seen all week.
That's why Mike comes over here. I'm there. Mike, can you there? Don't even ask. I'm there.
Yep.
I'm there. Gotta go to work, babe, is what he said.
Yeah.
Mine too.
Yeah, he's
How old?
15.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I was good. And then to my wife said, I want kids, so I started to turn the dial back. Yeah. How old are you?
37.
My wife's same age then when yeah. My wife's 4 years younger than me. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely turned the dial back though for sure. Yeah.
I'm not
you-
turning no dial.
Joe's like, I ain't
I
turning.
make that a very bold statement going into any relationship. Nothing personal. It is what my youngest is 13, my oldest is 20,
Yeah.
my middle daughter's 16.
You know, I said the
I'm
same
not
thing to Aaron,
starting
boy.
over. I'm 41. I am not going to be 58 dude, when my
That's to Aaron and I was
no,
So, yeah.
no,
Like back to back to back.
yeah,
Give me as many as you want.
yeah.
Between this window.
I don't want. I'm 35. I said I don't want anything over 35. She packed in 5 of them within like 7 years of marriage.
Yeah, no.
No,
But what's crazy is just watching kids grow up, dude.
Oh, it's the best thing in the world.
It's insane.
Well, yeah.
It's pretty
Kids are
cool.
awesome. It's better when there's someone else.
Oh, bro.
Be real.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so
They're the worst, most loving, stubborn, funnest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So I used to live with my best friend and his wife, right? And they have kids. Their middle child, Brixton, he is the biggest asshole on this planet. He'll walk around, punch his brother in the face. He's like, "What? You did it, not me." Dude, shit, kid.
Dude, I had a buddy here yesterday that was trying to help me with some audio stuff, and he sat down. And I'm like, dude, let me try and see all this stuff works. So he sat down with me for 30 minutes. Says he's a 6-year-old kid, and he shared the story with me that his kid, I don't know, balcony apartment, whatever, was trying to piss on him.
Oh god.
So you want to talk about little shits?
Oh no,
Fuck.
that is classic.
But well, man,
32. Turning 33 this year.
yeah.
Oh, you're young still. You're young still.
Oh, yeah, but
That's all I keep hearing.
that's what you keep
That's
hearing.
all I keep hearing,
Yeah,
dude.
from the old thugs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm hurting, man.
Joe's hurting. Joe went to go
I'm
work, do some concrete work.
You got about 2 more years, man. Your body will start feeling it, though.
Oh,
Big change between 30 and 35.
Yeah, that's it, saying. It's like right in there.
Tums?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And it's almost like it's almost like you go to bed and you wake up the next day like
But
oh, what happened?
on top of that, dude, that my injuries had like 5 years of life in my body, dude.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, this feels like shit right now.
So that happened 9 months ago.
This happened 9 months ago.
And dude, you're walking already?
I'm walking. I'm trying to run.
So-
my run looks like
I
a
guess
part of
it
Was it a full break?
You guys want to see the picture?
You have a picture?
Yeah.
I guess that's where. Yeah, I was about 7 months, and I started like 7, 8 months.
Yeah.
It took me about a year and a half to get a full like where I felt like a good 90-95%.
Doctors say they were like, it takes a solid year for you to be back where you're at. You know?
I tell you, once you start jogging a little bit and forcing yourself to jog,
Yeah.
it'll help you out a lot. Because I started playing softball again,
Yeah.
and even though I was like limping to the bases and
Yeah.
stuff, we'd like 2 or 3 months playing, I was just like
Yeah.
cherry. I mean, I didn't have my burst anymore. Yeah, that's mine. Yeah, I didn't have my initial burst.
Yeah.
And I could
But
get,
still,
I'm able to run now and stuff. You know what I mean? But it's brutal, man. It was.
because I tried
Really
running
gnarly.
the other day, and man, I felt like I wasn't running right. I looked
Well,
like
you
a
won't-
retarded
yeah.
pirate, dude.
Yep.
Like,
Yep.
it's insane.
Yeah, my uncles and everybody would talk crap to me forever, dude, because I always had a limp, bro. I had the weirdest limp for the longest
Well, I
time.
thought I was going to have a limp. I didn't have anything.
Oh.
No limp. Like, I'm back to in the gym squatting, weight, and working out like
Good.
usual. So, besides bowling,
It's probably
First of
weird
all,
though, because you're
right.
scared to do it. It's so
Oh,
weird.
damn. Yeah, that was a straight up
so
like,
weird.
all the way through.
that was a clean snap, dude.
Well,
You almost get scared to like put the weight on it in certain areas.
all the way through.
So,
One clean one though, huh?
one clean one, but
Picture of the bike, too.
yeah. How they put that pole in your leg? They got to bend your leg while you're passed
They
out
drill
and
it.
drill it through your femur, and that pole or pipe, whatever it is, they put it all the way up. There's a screw right here,
Yep.
2 screws here,
Yep.
and a big ass scar right here.
Oh, you have a big scar?
Yeah, dude.
Dude, look at this is my scar on my knee.
That's
Right there.
it?
Yeah.
Dude,
His doctor knew what he
what
was doing.
the fuck?
That's my scar on my knee. It's so big, and I have a little one up here. But he's right, dude. They drill it, and it drills it through the middle of your bone.
Let's see if I can.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
you have a good little
I got that
Oh my
scar, and I got 2 on the side.
for screw.
Scars though.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go get the screws out?
Sorry.
No.
I heard getting the screws out is another year recovery after as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can get the screws out?
A lot of people told me when they got the screws out, the recovery was harder than
Bad.
before.
So once the screws are pulled out, the pipe, whatever, still stayed
The pipe.
It
So the
fuses
pipe.
with the
Does
bone.
it grow into the bone?
Yeah.
Yes, the marrow.
Yeah,
It has
yeah,
holes in
yeah,
it,
fucker.
and the marrow fuses through it.
It
Gotcha.
grows around the pipe or whatever's in
Yeah.
there, or the rod. That's the
Rod.
right word.
That's
It's
pretty brutal,
crazy.
dude.
Fuck that, man.
Yeah, dude. And then I
Yeah.
want to say, when was that? That was last year in 2022. I was riding, splitting lanes, and this dickhead merges over, and at the last second, hits my left foot and broke my left foot.
Jeez, man.
And I didn't drop the bike, didn't do anything. Pull over, pull the clutch in, pull over, and I couldn't put the kickstand up, so I had to reach down there, call my buddies. They came, took me to the hospital, and I broke my left foot in 3 places. Yeah.
Foot.
So this whole leg is all fucking metal.
That's a bionic. Yeah, that's a metal leg then, huh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
His doctor came in at 5:30. Not 8 a.m., dude. Showed up at 5:30.
Come in right now. It's 1:00.
God damn it. Well, I'm stuck in the garage, boys. Gotta go home. Time for surgery. Yeah.
Well,
That's brutal.
9 months is pretty good. Like, I mean, I've never
That's what I'm
had
saying,
an
yeah.
extensive injury that way. I broke this arm, but never had to
good.
put the rod or any of that
Yeah.
type of stuff through there. That's a 9 months to be walking around and everything. I think that's pretty good recovery
Yeah.
time.
9 months. I was in a
Biggest
hospital
bone
for
in your
like a
body,
week.
man.
It's the strongest bone in your
Strongest
body.
bone in your body.
Hardest
They said
one.
it takes like 700 pounds to break that bone or
It's
something.
funny when I got to the hospital, the nurse
Yeah.
was all like, "That's the strongest bone in your body. How did you break it?" I was like, "Motorcycles." But
What do you remember? Did that hit the tree? Or was that?
it was like, so as soon as the
But when you
bike,
high sided, I
when
bet
the
you snapped it off the high side.
so when the bike slid, I slid with the bike. The tree's here, so I was lucky too. 'Cause there was a tree here and a steel pole right here. So the bike slid, hit the tree. I high side. I got flipped on the other side of the tree, and I couldn't get up. I tried getting up, I couldn't
Yeah,
at
so
all.
everything snapped like a
So
twig, man. I'm not, damn.
it's no.
Yeah, you probably didn't even know it was broke, huh? I didn't
Bro,
know mine was broke. My cousin was trying to, I told him, help me out. I mean, there was obviously a reason I couldn't get up.
so
He went to grab me, and as soon as he lifted me, my leg just went.
dude,
I go, oh, shit.
so I was
Set me
riding
back
with my
down.
buddy.
It's broken. Call 911.
Because we tried that. My buddy was like, "Okay, I'll help you out." Well, we called our other buddy who met up with us. So he was packed up his truck. He was going to take me to the ER. So they picked me up. I was like, "Nope, this ain't feeling right. Put me back down, dude." And ambulance came. How I handle pain is I talk shit. I talk shit and joke around. And fucking they cut off my jeans. They were like, "All right, we gotta cut off your clothes." I was like, "Dude, buy me dinner first. You shit."
You got to deal with it in some way, man. I never broke. When I broke this, it was the same way that sounds like you guys experienced it. Didn't really realize it was broken. Kind of like right out of the gate, just was like that feels kind of weird.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later, someone going, "Can you do this?" Nope.
Nope.
I'm fucking broken. Oh, that's why I can't do it, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's that's the only bone I broke, man.
That's pretty brutal.
Yeah, you broke any bones, Mike?
I mean, my arm, broken, torn a bunch of ligaments.
Ouch.
Oh, we're old,
I
man.
have a torn tendon in my foot right now. I need to work
Jesus.
on. I just had surgery like 2 years ago on my shoulder twice.
We're all
Carried all those
fucked up,
kids.
man. Yeah, from carrying all them kids. Yeah, I know. Seriously, we're all fucked up, man.
Welcome to the Harley world.
No shit, man. No shit.
Welcome
Well,
to getting old.
so what are you gonna do down here the rest of your trip then?
We're going to hang out with one of my buddies and his wife, and just
In this area? Or
in
here?
San Diego.
Okay, so you're going down south
Yeah,
from
'cause
here then.
we're staying in downtown San Diego.
That's dope.
So I love
We
San
just
Diego.
down there in December.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Little family vacation.
that's pretty cool.
yeah.
But I love it down there.
San Diego.
Yeah.
Yeah. San Diego's nice. It's got a nice area down there. So when are you guys all week long? You just make it. You made it a whole thing then.
Yeah, I made the whole thing. Came down here, did the podcast, and Sunday night we're going to head back.
Oh, okay.
So,
Damn, how long of a drive is that going to be?
9 hours.
Like I got it down to the teeth.
We went on Friday morning.
So I got off Friday morning, and I showered, changed, and we bounced. And she's like, "All right, you could sleep." I can't sleep in cars
No.
at all.
Where'd you guys end up crashing then? You guys stayed around here?
San Diego.
Oh,
We
so
drove
you went
back.
all the way down there and then you drove back.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. So
So,
you guys busted a mission. So that was not that was you already did 9 hours then.
yeah,
Wow.
it
Okay.
was like 2 hours.
Well, damn.
I
You
mean,
made some missions this weekend
so,
then, man.
why not?
Yeah. Well, shit. Life adventures, right?
Yeah.
Life adventures. You making the thing out of it, making
Yeah.
seeing people hanging out. You can't go wrong with San Diego,
No,
man. So.
not at all.
Well, I want people to know where they can get a hold of you, man, like how they can support you, how they can hit you up, where they can buy your stuff. Is it just the Instagram website? Let everybody know where they can
So
hit you
you
up.
can reach me at First Class Singers on Instagram, and on the website it's firstclasssingers.com. And that's about it.
Place your orders all right there.
Place your
man.
orders. Monday, new shirts are dropping 4 p.m.
Dope.
So
Dope,
Cool.
man. Well, I appreciate you coming down, man. Taking a little bit of time, a lot of
Thanks for
time. Not gonna
inviting
lie,
us.
taking a lot of time out of your day to come and hang out with us, man. It's always cool to put a face to the messages and the
Yeah.
screens and all that stuff, and
Yeah.
it's finally, sit down and just have a real conversation.
it really is.
Yeah, and now your family, we say it all the time here, man. You're welcome here anytime. You're passing through here. You got a place to crash. You got, whatever you need,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
You got another family here in this 805 area, man.
Appreciate you guys.
Yeah, man. So thanks for coming down.
We'll
Make
see
sure
you live fast.
yo,
Hopefully.
not hopefully.
That's the plan. Well,
Okay.
I gotta reach out to some people and see what's going on.
Live fast, man. I think you would do well there, man.
All right.
Good crowd there.
Yeah.
Good place for you to vend there.
Pat, if you're listening to this, I'll DM you.
You need to hit up Chad. We'll hit up Chad too. Yeah, we need. And speaking of,
we
we
need
need
to.
to get in on
Yeah.
that thing right now. We need to fill in our.
Well, we're going
yeah.
to definitely ride up there for Pikes and Brews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Yeah.
That's next week.
March 1st.
I
Yeah,
think
next week.
That's next
That's
weekend.
crazy.
Yeah, it is next weekend.
Yep.
Shit. Okay, so
Summer's
so
around the
it.
corner too.
I know. So I was saying, show
Yeah.
season, man. It's time. That's why I was seeing which ones you're gonna go and get on, man. So hopefully we'll see you at a ton of them out there.
Hopefully,
this
yeah,
year.
that's the plan.
We want to, and then any way that we can support, you've been a very solid supporter of us. Any way that we can support in any way, tag us. We'll share stuff. That's the
Oh,
way this
yeah.
works, right?
Yes,
We
sir.
can't do. None of us can do this shit without
Yep.
one another.
Nope.
We can't do it without the
We'll
network.
have some events coming up this year, too. We
Okay.
got a couple in the works that we've been talking about. So
Hell yeah.
we'll give you a holler and
Hell
see
yeah,
if
that
you're
works.
available.
Right on. Well, thank you everybody for watching. Appreciate it. Remember, the vlogs drop every Monday, 4 p.m., and our new podcast every week, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thanks for hanging out with us, dog.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks,
Thank you
brother.
for hanging out there behind the scenes as well. You guys take it easy. Later.
Peace.